Hey there, classic rock lovers, and welcome to Classic Reviews, where we review classic rock albums. And today we have an exciting treat for you. So get ready for an epic CD review that will hopefully leave you craving to listen to this band. The CD we will be reviewing today will be a greatest hits CD by the American rock band Cinderella. So, Cinderella are a bluesy American 80s rock band that were originally discovered by Gene Simmons, or something like that, but it was actually John Bon Jovi who really helped them get signed and get big, etc. Facts about Cinderella are that drummer Fred Coury, who played in a number of bands before, during, and after Cinderella, now does a lot of composing for TV and sports shows. He has filled in for a few well-known drummers in his career, like for Randy Castillo in Ozzy Osbourne's solo band, Steven Adler for Guns N' Roses, and Ricky Rocket in Poison. In 1991, he formed the band Arcade with rat singer Stephen Pearcy, and he actually didn't play drums on Cinderella's first two albums. Guitarist Jeff LaBar, who unfortunately passed away in the summer of 2021, was chosen to join the band over the likes of Dave Snake Sabo, who's in Skid Row. And bassist Eric Brittingham is now the bassist in Bret Michaels' solo band. And like Fred Coury, he has also filled in at a Poison gig in the past. The main man of the band is singer and multi-instrumentalist Tom Kiefer. Not only was he the lead singer, but he was also the primary songwriter of the band. Not to mention, he's also a very good guitar player. This greatest hits CD, which is very appropriately titled Rocked, Wired and Bluesed, The Greatest Hits, and has the band name written with the American flag, came out in January 2005, and the track listing is in chronological order, which I think is better, and I'm probably not going to say too much about each song. The opening song on this CD is the title and opening track of the band's debut album, Night Songs, which came out in June 1986. So this greatest hits CD starts off strong with the song called Night Songs, which is a slow and atmospheric bluesy number that reels you in and features Tom Kiefer howling away in his Brian Johnson-esque vocal style. The second song on this CD, which is also one of my favourite Cinderella songs, is called Shake Me. This rather sexually filled song is a very AC/DC-esque riff-heavy rocker that's very catchy, and you could probably put it in tradition with bands like Def Leppard and the Scorpions as well. And this song has to be up there when it comes to greatest rock songs of the 80s. For the third song, we go straight to another one of my favourite Cinderella songs, and it's the song called Nobody's Fool. So this is probably Cinderella's signature song, which got to number 13 in the Billboard Hot 100 in 1986-87. So yeah, this song has to be up there with the likes of Def Leppard's Bringing on the Heartbreak when it comes to great rock ballads. And the song is about the narrator being mistreated by a girl and he's determined to leave her. The fourth song on this CD is called Somebody Save Me. This is the last song on this CD that we hear from the Night Songs album. There's not a lot more I can think of to say really. You think the song is about living freely and not worrying about the day after. And at the end of the music video, you get to see John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, who I think were pulled in at the last minute as Sam Kinison wasn't available or something like that. The fifth song on this CD is the rather long titled Bad Seamstress Blues Falling Apart at the Seams. This is the opening track of the band's second album called Long Cold Winter, which came out in July 1988. And before talking more detail about this song, I just want to put out there that legendary drummer Cozy Powell played drums on all but one song on the Long Cold Winter album. Anyway, the song Bad Seamstress Blues Falling Apart at the Seams, I think is two songs combined together. Bad Seamstress Blues part is a bluesy country intro that features some rather swampy, shall I say, harmonica and slide guitar, which were both played by Tom Kiefer. And a minute and a half into the song, it kicks into the falling apart at the seams part of the song, which features both a passionate vocal from Tom Kiefer and great guitar playing by Jeff LaBar. So there is some great musicianship throughout this song. The sixth song on this CD is called Gypsy Road. This heavy blues rocker is one of the band's more popular songs. Like the song Shake Me, it's a very catchy rock song with both strong guitar playing and vocal performance. The song reached number 51 in the Billboard Hot 100 in 1988, and some people consider this song a great driving song. The seventh song on this CD is the band's other famous ballad called Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. This powerful melancholic song is the longest song of this CD, being just under 6 minutes long, and it got to number 12 in the US charts in late 1988. The song features a deep, powerful vocal performance and great musicianship, with use of both acoustic and electric guitar and piano. Not to mention, it also features a good guitar solo too. Track number 8 is called The Last Mile. Not a lot I can say about this song really, apart from the fact it's a catch enough mid-tempo rocker that got to number 36 in the US charts in early 1989. Track number 9 is the title track of the Long Cold Winter album. Now, this song is where you really notice Cinderella's or Tom Kiefer's blues influence. The song is a slow blues number that is very Led Zeppelin-esque. Some would say it's Gary Moore-like. Must admit though, I'm not a big fan of this song. No disrespect, but it drags on a bit too much for me, really. Track 10 is called If You Don't Like It. This song is a rather rebellious headbanger type song that, like the song Gypsy Road, sounds like it could be from the Night Songs album, rather than the Long Cold Winter album. Not a lot more I can think of to say about this song really, apart from the fact that it's one of few Cinderella songs that wasn't written and arranged by just Tom Kiefer, as this song was composed by Tom Kiefer and bassist Eric Brittingham. Track number 11 is the song called Coming Home. This is a bluesy country type song that is also the last song of his greatest hit CD that we hear from the Long Cold Winter album, and the song is quite a laid back acoustic number. Track 12 is called The More Things Change. This is the first song we hear on this greatest hit CD that's from the Heartbreak Station album, which came out in November 1990. Again, not much more I can think of to say about this song really, apart from the fact it's a catchy, energetic poppy song that actually opens the Heartbreak Station album. Song number 13 is called Shelter Me. This is a bluesy Rolling Stones-esque number that reached number 36 of the Billboard Hot 100 in 1990-91. The song is generally about how everyone copes with things and that we all need a little help sometimes. Song makes references to politicians being a lot more sleazy behind closed doors, typical and the PMRC, and Jimmy Swaggart. The song also has a great music video that features Little Richard, Shelley Duvall, Pamela Anderson, Dweezil Zappa, and Harry Shearer. Track number 14 is the title track to the Heartbreak Station album. Now, this slow ballad has to be one of Cinderella's best ever songs. It's a well executed, emotional, mostly acoustic love gone bad ballad that was inspired by the band members or Tom Kiefer being separated from their wives and girlfriends while on tour. And the song got to number 44, number 44 in the Billboard Hot 100 in 1991. As well as the usual instruments, it also features the use of a slide guitar and string arrangements that were arranged by none other than John Paul Jones. This song has to be one of the best and one of the most underrated ballads out there. And it's songs like this that deserve to have like a big Netflix or film moment, like the songs Goo Goo Muck and Running Up That Hill. The third to last song on this CD is called Winds of Change. Like the title track of the Heartbreak Station album, this acoustic ballad features string arrangements from Led Zeppelin's John Paul Jones. And this song actually closes the Heartbreak Station album, not to mention it features lyrics that we can all relate to at some point in our lives. The second to last song is called Blood from a Stone. This is one of two songs on this CD that we hear from the Still Climbing album that came out in November 1994. This is a proper straight ahead rock song that features a Hammond B3 organ intro before the guitars kick in. And there is some great bass playing and use of wah-wah in this proper up-tempo rock song. An important thing you may notice in this song is a difference in Tom Kiefer's voice, which is deeper than on other songs, as in between the Heartbreak Station album and the Still Climbing album was when his vocal problems started. And I don't think his voice was 100% when he recorded the Still Climbing album. The final song on this greatest hits CD is called Hot and Bothered. This closing song, which is also the closing song on the Still Climbing album, is the only song on that album that Fred Coury plays on. So on all other songs on the Still Climbing album feature Kenny Aronoff on drums. Hot and Bothered is a decent rock song that was written by both Tom Kiefer and Eric Brittingham, and the song is also featured on the Wayne's World soundtrack. So that's the track by track done. It starts and ends on the heavy side with the first few songs and last couple of songs, with it being bluesy in between. One of the main things you get from listening to this CD is how much of a terrific musician and talented guy Tom Kiefer is. He wrote or co-wrote all the songs on this CD and co-produced all the albums they're from. Not only does he sing with his great upper mid voice, and I think he uses a lot of mixed voice and pulls his head voice into the mix, but he can also play a whole range of instruments. He plays acoustic, electric, rhythm and lead guitar, piano, harmonica, mandocello, and he also plays slide guitar. Another thing you have to give Tom Kiefer credit for is how open he's been about his vocal problems and how well he looks after his voice now. He's one of few 80s rock singers who still sound good now, so go see or check out his solo concerts. I also strongly recommend you watch Cinderella's set at the 1989 Moscow Music Peace Festival, or at least the last two songs from that Moscow gig, which are Nobody's Fool and Shake Me. So that's a wrap, folks. We've reached the end of our captivating CD review journey. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on my upcoming reviews, etc. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. This is Classic Reviews. Check out the two videos at the end. I'll see you next time. Cheers.